Hello everybody, welcome back to the next part of Scratch's Director's Cut. Let's get our save loaded. We're in the kitchen. Okay. So we're in the middle of kind of having like a lucid dream, or we're kind of in a dreamy land right now. We were hearing all the different noises that were coming from the fireplaces, and we used our stethoscope. It's a fancy stethoscope. We were using it to hear where we were hearing noises coming from around the house. As much as I wanted to find the source of the scratches, I wouldn't be able to proceed without a light source of some kind. We do have a match, and we do have a lantern, but there's no oil in the lantern. The old-fashioned lamp made me think of exciting adventures I'd always dreamed of going on. And we can't get in the basement where we think the sounds are coming from. Let's go back to our room. We could try to use the phone. So I think this is part 10. I think it's part 10. I got so into what we were doing with this game that I ended up binge recording like the first 9 parts back to back, like just in a night. So I'm doing this part like the next day just because I wanted to play some more. This game's got a creepy atmosphere to it. I had no one to call at this time. See if we can go outside. Already chilly enough inside. Yeah, so what time is it? The time was 1 a.m. Okay. We did say before we woke up and had this walking nightmare or walking dream. Jerry, our friend, the night before told us that he has the safe combination to that safe behind the painting. I mean, you can look around this place. Not a lot has changed, just because we're in this kind of dream state. Yeah, the safe is in here. Touch this like crystal ball this girl's holding in the picture. It's actually a secret trigger to open it. But Jerry says he knows what the combination is, so we should be able to open that when it shifts to the next day. We could check our dude's notebook. Can you turn the page? Yes. Found an article regarding the murder Jerry told me about. The situation was vague and left many queries. I wonder if Blackwood was wrongfully accused. I don't like the idea of spending a night in total darkness here, and Jerry's bright idea is to look for candles. Great. But there goes the crowning glory of my troubled first day. The car won't start. That cursed fog is the culprit. I forgot and left the lights on, and of course I've been too busy to bother with the car. I should ask Jerry to come for me. Well, that's it for today. It wasn't exactly the first day I was expecting, but I'll get over it in spite of everything. I'm looking forward to continuing the exploring of my incredible new home tomorrow. Jerry won't be able to drive today. I'm on my own, alone, no lights, and I don't even know the house yet. I did know what I was getting into by coming here, but this isn't what I was expecting. I was awakened in the middle of the night by some strange sounds, like an obsessive scratching, coming from somewhere deep in the house. I don't like this at all, and I should probably investigate. I just realized I left my... Just one moment. I have one of those air purifiers in my room, and I thought having it on low was quiet enough that the mic wouldn't pick it up, but I realized later that it was slightly picking it up. I had it record dead silence, and I watched it on my sound meter in DaVinci Resolve, and yeah. So I gotta get in the habit of turning that off when I do recordings. Sorry. Yeah, he wants to investigate the scratching, which we are. I managed to trace the sounds to a fireplace. They are indeed coming from below the house. Perhaps some machinery. No, impossible. Not without power. Vermin? It just doesn't sound like it. Sadly, I won't be able to investigate the sounds anymore. I can't proceed inside the basement without some light. I guess I'll have to cope with them for the time being. Indicating that I think, you should go back to your room and try to go to sleep. To, make the game advance time so that you get into the next segment. I was able to take that off, but I can't pull it. It won't move. Yeah, we came in here initially, and I think this was gone, and there's a hammer on the floor. The hammer's not here now, meaning we're probably going to get a hammer soon. So yeah, I'm just going to try to go back to our room, which is this way, the end of the hall here. Let's see if he'll go back to sleep. Okay, the scratches had stopped. I thought it was the right moment for me to go back to sleep. Good, at least he's acknowledging what we should do. Sometimes you just don't know when the game is wanting you to come to bed or, call Jerry. I went back to bed. Okay, sweet. So now the game's Sunday, October 13th. Next day, I guess. On the second day, a fierce storm had assaulted the land. I could hear the trees creaking, or rather moaning, to the lashing of the rain, and I quickly abandoned my hopes of having the power fixed. Oh yeah, you can see it. Going to make myself a note real quick. Just bear with me. I hate to keep making more intros for the videos I do, because I've already got my standard little intro with my gramophone. The gramophone is just an inside joke I have with myself and all the horror games I've played. That it's not a good horror game unless you have a gramophone in it. So that's why that's in there. It looks cool. It's too early to go to bed. Don't want to go back to bed, huh? No, I just made myself a note to notate in this video somehow that it has flashing lights because it's lightning. Because I know stuff like that can trigger people's issues with the flashing light. And it's kind of a good idea, I think, to warn people if they are going to exist in the video you're showing. I laid my fingers upon the typewriter, but it was unusually cold and immediately stopped my desire to write. Taking a sip of water here. I don't have any intentions of like eating food while I'm talking to you guys, while I'm doing any kind of a video, but I am going to have to drink liquids because your mouth gets dry from talking. Can't open these curtains. I actually don't recall if I played the original scratches because this is the director's cut with the last call extra chapter at the end. So like in the original game, I don't know if it had animated rain like this, or if this is a director's cut thing, because I think they did improve the graphics somehow in the director's cut. Stone in the fireplace was cold to the touch, remnants of a previous fire. So we are going to walk around some more. I'm not going to say that the point and click adventure genre of gaming is not popular still to some, and that, you know, it's really it's a well appreciated genre. It's just not something that a lot of younger gamers getting into gaming now may appreciate as much or be interested in. But for PC gaming, you know, this is what we had for a good long while. And there are a lot of good point and clicks came out of the genre. There's going to be plenty of those I'll play on this channel. Can't even use the toilet. I want to show you guys again here because I can't assume everybody watched my config and tech. But when you put this on to alternate controls, what that does, you saw how the camera just shifted on its own there. It locks the hand into the center of the screen, and then any little movement moves. So, like, yeah, you have way better control like this. And I think there even was camera speed is basically the mouse speed, which I've put on slow, as well as the text, so that I can try to have time to read it. But this is the ideal way that you'd want to play, but every time you go through a load screen, like I'll show you here, go through this door, I'm going to take my hand off the mouse after I click the handle. Usually when you transition, in most cases, especially if you're looking down at an angle, sometimes it'll make the camera like fly around, and you always have to adjust for it after it's happened. So, you know, it's like it needs a mod somehow to fix it. So when that's off, which is what I've been using, I'm going to make a save as well. It makes it move freely until you get close to the edges, and then the camera speed is what dictates how quick this moves, but your camera never goes flying around when you use this. So I'm not like left clicking and dragging to make it move, I'm just getting the hand close to the edge with the mouse. So we don't need to be in here, there's nothing to do. Probably need to just immediately go downstairs and try to call Jerry. tell Jerry that it's just terrible. Now it's raining. Whatever shall we do? If the phones even work. Let's try it. He's dialing. That was a lightning flash, by the way. That wasn't a glitch. I'm sorry if that bothers anybody. I can't really do anything about it other than make a little warning. I'll try to make a little warning ahead of this video. I'm recording it now. I haven't edited it, but in editing I will try to make a little intro that says flashing lights. I wouldn't have been very polite to bother Barbara on a Sunday. I have no other number to dial. I guess I have to try to do something. And then say no. Okay. Alright, I can't call. He's definitely not going to go outside if it's raining. Because then we would get wet. The storm was raging outside and I didn't feel like strolling around in the garden. Of course you don't. Oh, the phone is ringing. Jerry?
Hello?
Michael, how are you doing over there? The sky is falling here.
You mean this storm has hit there too? Seems the entire universe is falling here. I'm afraid to go outside.
Well, the better then, as I won't be able to come for you. I'm deeply sorry, but it's seemingly impossible driving to Northumberland. Even less getting anywhere near the manor. I understand many of the roads are closed.
So much for my hopes of seeing Mr. Electrician today, then. Ah, the benefits of being away from society, eh? I should have listened to you.
Don't panic. I'll come right for you, as soon as this thing is over. You just hang on in there.
It's not like I have any other choice, do I?
I'm afraid not, my friend. This storm has the power to disturb the dead.
Well, it seemed like this very same storm has awakened the evil spirits resting inside my new home.
What's that?
Not sure, but I happened to hear some odd sounds last night. Kind of scratching noises down in the basement.
I do remember the cleaning ladies saying something about rats.
Unless we're talking about mutant rats here, I don't think that's the problem.
Michael, my friend, you were tired from a long trip and stressed about the problems you found there. On top of that, you had moved to a very old house. Guess what's the most common complaint from people moving to old houses?
Ghosts on the loose?
Sort of. Now go focus on your book while you still have enough light.
Nice.
I'll be there as soon as possible. By the way, Michael, I have the combination for the safe right here.
Oh, great. Tell me.
03211. Just remember to share it if you bump into
I
any
got that.
expensive jewelry.
Of course I will.
03211.
Bye.
Handy trick when you're playing games, especially old school games like this, where you have to, back in the day you'd have to draw your own maps for stuff, you'd have to write down passwords, but now you can just use the Notes app, on your iPhone and write something down. And I take screenshots also and just use the picture. Play on a 43-inch LCD 1080p screen, 60 hertz. So I'll just whip my phone out and take a picture of a document or a password if it's on a document. And then I'll reference the screenshot on my phone. So it's really easy to take game notes these days, having a phone at your disposal. Okay, so we can go try to unlock that safe. Very polite to Barbara. So we couldn't call him, but then when we tried to leave, he called us. So yeah, he's not going to go outside. I hope I get the audio right with these videos. I hope they're not too washed out looking either from me brightening more than I needed to. You'll have to let me know in the comments. if it looks like it's dark, too dark, or if it's washed out color. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to look when you see it. I'm just trying to brighten horror games in general. And I'm trying to adjust the audio good for this game so that you can hear the ambient music, you can hear me talking, and that you can hear these conversations. It's kind of a delicate balance to mix it all. I'm not what they call an audiophile. I know a few things, but I would not call myself an engineer of music. Okay. So this was 03211. Huh. Okay. I didn't even have to put it in at the code. I just had to know the code. Wow, this game is being very generous. I thought you had to solve that yourself by turning it. Nice. We got a key. We have 3 keys. That's the front door. It was the key Jerry gave me to Blackwood Manor, and then this one was the rusty golden key. Was quite heavy. This was the basement key. I don't know why he doesn't call it the basement key now. And then this was a generic looking key, blue in color. We've come across a lot of other locked things, so it's definitely going to unlock something new for us. And then there's a note. Let's see if I can read this. General Contractors. This is 1980, I think, November. Mr. James T. Blackwood, the Blackwood Manor, Rothbury, Northumberland. Dear Sir, we hereby propose to furnish all equipment, materials, and labor to complete the contract for the construction of a second floor for the Blackwood Manor of Rothbury, Northumberland, in accordance with plans and specifications prepared by Mr. James T. Blackwood, date October 31st, 1960. Is that 60? It's hard for me to read that last digit. I think it says 60 in the letter, but at the top, I think it says November 11, 1980. I can't tell for certain. Anyways, for the sum of base bid £34,136. Alternate number 1, deduct £1,000. Alternate number 2, deduct £1,500. Alternate number 3, add £350. Alternate number 4, add £300. Unit price number 1, £1 per cubic yard. Unit price number 2, £12.50 per cubic yard. We agree to commence the work as directed and complete all work thereafter within a reasonable length of time based on our ability to secure materials. The employer understands that construction may last from 18 to 24 months. Permission is granted to make use of the special bank account 6316102, created for this particular occasion, located at the National Bank of Northumberland. Contact number. That's a phone number. See, I'm going to take a picture of this, because that may be something that we can go down and manually dial on the phone. Second. Get into picture mode, zoom in as far as I can. Hope I can read it. Should be able to zoom in. 01912941444. Okay, so I can read it. So we might be able to call that number. He's not taking it. Some stamps or money in there. Excuse me. See if he made a note in his diary. So the electrician can't come today because of the rain, and Jerry's not coming because of the rain. This new turn in my life is getting more and more complicated by the minute. I will survive, but deep inside I'm becoming truly concerned. I have opened the safe. I certainly wasn't expecting a treasure, but its contents were far from spectacular, just a contract for the construction of the house and the key. Yeah, but that key, dear Michael, is going to open advancement in a new area. I think I know where the key goes, but I'm not positive, but I'm going to go to it first. We've made some progress here, so let's make a save just to be safe. A save to be safe. Hard save in, and I'm going to quick save. Okay, I want to go down here and see if it will unlock this drawer in this desk. It's a blue key, but doesn't really indicate where it needs to be used. This desk has a lock over here, so let's try it. The key didn't fit there. Okay. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. You can actually interact with it. Slowly. Again, I apologize about the flashing from the thunder. I'll do it one more time. It is like super bright. I can't really fix that easily. So I'm just going to have to go with a warning. I mean, I could stay out of rooms that don't have windows, or that do have windows, but most rooms have a window, and that's how it's gonna get through. Okay, maybe it opens. Check upstairs. Kind of gonna walk to the store first. Maybe it unlocks one of these rooms up here. All the way upstairs. Okay, that's unlocked. That's unlocked. This was stuck, I believe. The door seemed to be stuck. And over here we pushed a key onto the ground. And I used the newspaper. I think that's what that is. It's a piece of newspaper I picked up. I used this initially. I laid the newspaper under the door. It was impossible to get the key now. Not if you can open the door. I put it under the door because there was a key on the other side of the door, and I used this thing that's called... The way he says it, it looks like a boring tool, like it's just a lame tool. No, it's actually called a boring tool. And I used it and poked the key through the door, hoping it would fall in the newspaper, and then you pull it out from under the door, but it didn't work out. This is locked. But I think maybe this will open it. And it does. I still have the key. But now it's open. So that was what that blue key was for. So there should be a key directly on the ground here. This unfinished room seemed to have been used as a storeroom for some sinister paintings. Where's this key that was in the other side of the door? Where is it? He didn't automatically take it. This is not a new one. Blue color. We pushed it out from the door. We can go out again, of course. It should be directly on the ground. There should be a key. So that's kind of confusing. Since I'm just still not seeing it. I didn't knock it across the room. It should have fell right here. Looks like Trump. Trump on a good hair day. He doesn't have anything unique to say about those. So yeah, I am mystified why there is no key. Magnifying glass is just for this stuff. He's not opening in his hand like you can pick up a key or nothing. But there was definitely a key in this door. And now it just doesn't exist. Alright. We'll explore the rest of this room in the next video. I would expect probably more flashing lights in the next video as well. I'm sorry if that interfered with anybody's viewing of the video. I'll always try to make a warning, at least, for the people that might bother. So thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next part. Bye.